Welcome back to a very special episode of Dark Cloud 2. Today, we're going to be hacking the game a little bit. And so what I've already... Ooh. Did they eat my... Did they eat my bait? I missed that one. Usually I have a few seconds. Let's try that again. So one of the things you're going to notice, first off, is we've gone into a new level. And the ultimate objective here is to make Monica not weak. And we're going to do that by effectively just hacking out all the grinding that we could theoretically do, but is not really worth the time and effort. Nyler's not big enough to get the medal on this stage, so one of the things we want to try to do is we want to try to get a medal. We currently have 13 medals. Now there's... I feel like we keep catching fish, but I don't know, are we like throwing the fish away? Unpopular fish. I did finish a Spheda round, earning some resurrection powder, which is kind of cool. Maybe that could help Monica help. But in the meantime, what we are trying to do is, we're just trying to first level up our fishing rod. That's the first hacking challenge. And so what we've done is I went to exchange my FPs, and I found, you know, the fishing points. It's a number between like 1 and a couple thousand. 0 and a couple thousand, and so I was able to find that in memory pretty easily just by looking for that number, and then there was only a few examples, and then just catching one fish and or spending 100 points and then seeing out of those remaining memories which matched the new setup. So we've upgraded our strength tremendously, as well as our luck. Now, if you look online, one of the things you'll find is people say luck is actually pointless. All that luck does is if you fail to catch a fish, you might not lose your bait. That's what luck does, supposedly. Well, we've maxed it out, and we fished, and in fact, we're still catching very small fish, so it doesn't seem to be helping very much. Another question that people had was this one called strength. Necessary for reeling in the big ones. People said it probably has to do with, like, you know, whether your line snaps, but no, actually no, resilience is whether your line snaps. Strength, it's not very clear what it does, but this hint that it's necessary for reeling in the big ones maybe means that you need it to catch big fish. Well, it doesn't seem like that's working. We have almost 100 strength, which would be 10,000 experience points or something. And that is not helping us get anything in the range that we need. And we only need like a 70 centimeter. I've caught a 100 centimeter just manually by just playing around for a few minutes in the previous video. So strength 100, not doing anything. And that leaves flight. And so flight is the thing that people generally assume must be the thing that really is the factor that affects how big the fish you get are. So let's go ahead and raise that up to 82. And just to kind of show off what this looks like, so I've just hacked the memory again, and I can go to exchange, and there we go, we have another 8,000. We can go ahead and max that flight out. That's good enough for now. Oh, wait. Hold on, that didn't take. There we go. Okay, so now we have a level 100 light, so, I mean, I guess I can cast it as far as possible. It doesn't seem like it's really any farther of a max limit. It's not like I can cast it all the way clear to the other side of the pond or anything. But so now we have level 100 flight, and let's see if that makes a difference. Obviously, the level 100 strength is making it so this line doesn't, you know, is not instantly in the danger zone. But even so, it's pretty hard. You know, we're cranking it up, and the danger zone is going much faster than the length is decreasing. So I think that's gonna pretty much prove that this is probably a big fish. So before I catch it, I think what I want to do is I want to search for the metals. So I've got a search up. Oh, I should probably switch this to 1 byte. Okay. So I have a search looking for the metals. Ooh, 50 centimeter, is that big enough? Does not seem to be big enough. I am overloaded. Obviously, catching all these fish has filled my inventory up. So what can I do? Can't put anything in the aquarium. Can I examine my aquarium? I can move some fish to the breeding tank. Okay, so now I have room for 2 more fish in my aquarium. I don't know that that helps that much, but there you go. Now it is nighttime. So I currently have 13 metals, so when I look for the number 13 in memory, I find about 58,000 locations in memory that it could be. So one of the best ways to try to narrow that down is to just get 1 more metal and look for the overlapping area where the memory is now 14, which should be very few. Very few of those 58,000 are going to turn to be 14 at the same time. It's kind of interesting that despite all this, all these levels, this is not doing anything. Well, I don't care really about resilience. What about grip? It has to feel just right. You know, I don't know. Could grip have something to do with... Yeah, you just saw it change right before your eyes. Here we go. What if my grip was also maxed out? Would that help me catch a big whopper? Maximum flight, maximum strength, maximum lock. Still catching just tiny fish. Here we go. Now with all these maximum stats, the fact it's resisting me so much, even with my grip so high, I don't know, this feels like this could be big. It's still so small. Not gonna get a medal like that. So the only thing left to do is try to increase the resilience. I wonder if these stats actually do anything, to be honest. There we go. We have a maximum level fishing rod. You know, it says choose bait wisely. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong bait. Has a big X on it. Wonder why. One of the interesting things about kind of doing this sort of hacking is it gives you a chance to really test some theories, right? There's not a lot of explanation of how... Oh, here we go. Look at this. With a perfect level 100. My danger zone barely is even registering. Yeah, whatever. Roasted on a cooking stove. I can't even eat it. Get rid of it. It seems like that X is not the not limited by your casting range. It's actually limited somehow by like the minigame mechanics. Like the minigame probably is only expecting to animate within a certain distance of the camera. And if you try to cast farther than the draw distance, then it probably just doesn't like that too much. Like one of the things you may or may not notice about this art style is like that chest over there. I don't know, like, is that chest actually 3D, or is that a 2D cutout of a chest that turns into a real chest when you get closer? I don't know. So we can actually ignore the minigame pretty much, and we can just hold X and we will catch this fish. I am actually going to run out of bait. That could be a problem. What should I do about that, about my bait problem? Okay, I might have to find the RAM location for bait. Maybe that will actually help me find the location for metals. So what if I were to look for the number 46? I find about 69,146 things remaining. Now I'm gonna spectrumize this for one synthesis point. Now, I want to find the location in memory that has now changed to 45, which gives me 2 locations. So if I actually change this to, let's say, something like 60, there we go. So I found that location. That's pretty good. Did you see this? This is now 96. Okay, so that memory location is known. But I have some other things that I need to find. This one is a 2. Oh. So number 2, number 3. 2 might identify it as being a stackable item. Okay, so that means that this B3, maybe this is the item type. Okay, yeah, so I changed it to B4, and now is it a destruction crystal? Okay, that's pretty useful. So this is the... so now I can just go back through the memory. This number 12. Yep, that is this thing right here. Then I have this 17 right here, which is... this. Yep. Okay, that looks good. So this 14... you know, actually, hold on. Because I bet this is sorted by position. So what happens if I just take this, oop, and I swap this here, right? Because I know that this item is right next to it. See? So all I have to do now is look a little bit nearby in memory. And there should be something with a value of... Okay, not as high as the samurai arm. I have a scrap metal with exactly 2 things in it. Yep. Which means it should be interesting. So this is actually... I don't see it. I see something with 33 items. 33. Or maybe 1. I think, you know what it must be? It must just be a special counter. Where when you pick this up... Oh, I just noticed the shadow on this thing is just a duplicate of the same item. Okay, so when I pick this up, it disappears in my inventory. So it's no longer in that spot, so this is definitely it. However... Let's see, hold on. Oh! I don't want to turn this guy into a gummy, into a prickly. That would be a little scary. So I can make it disappear and reappear. But I don't think that the location of my metal counter is actually here. I can change these numbers, but this is just for display purposes. The actual metals are not an inventory item. That's okay. Because what I can do is I can take this fish, or maybe better yet, I can take this bait. I don't know, share a synthesize here. Why not? Right, so where was I? Oh, yeah. So I have exactly one of these, and I'm pretty sure I can just make that 255 of these. Yeah, that sounds good. So I'll have 255 baits now. So I've solved my bait problem. But I still haven't solved the problem of needing to know where my metal counter is. Wow, full level 100 and this thing is putting up a fight. Could this be a fish that's big enough? There we go. There is a gobbler. Cleared the fish goal, and I got a medal. And so if I go ahead... Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's discard that. Now if I go here, I can see my medal counter is 14. So I'm going to do a filter search for 14. Aha. And here is my medal counter. Okay, catch as many as you can, yep. Yes, we can go to 2 digits, it looks like. Yeah, like, here, we'll give ourselves like 240, that sounds pretty good. Now we're ready to leave the dungeon. Let me see here. You know, upgrading the ride pod, we're gonna come back to that. Hey, Conda. Wait. Why did I... Oh, no, sorry. I don't need to go to Conda. I need to go to the mayor. So here, I can buy a name change ticket. That's definitely tempting, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yep, my number has gone down to like 200. Oh, you know. See what it's like to be a clown. We'll come back. We'll come back for that stuff later. So let me see what to do now. Okay, one of the things I thought that I could do is I'm going to need to know what her ultimate item is, and then we're going to have to go get that ultimate item. Okay. So if I look at my... Let's see here. I'm going to have to open up my hex editor. Got my hex editor open. Let's find Dark Cloud 2. Now I have an ISO file. A lot of compressed stuff in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even find... I'm going to be able to find the text. Okay, so what am I looking for? What if I were to look for just, like, any sort of word, like Gerald? So let me see. I can search. Aha! So I have found plain text. So I have conditions. Gerald resides in Heimrada. Okay. So I can see the conditions in plain text. I can also see it looks like NPC names. NPC 16, that's Gerald. Hey, Gerald. Then there's Mayor Need, Priest Bruno, Rufio. Alright. So, a bunch of information here about, looks like less useful NPCs, random people who are in town and things. Ah. So, when I was looking for Gerald, I wasn't sure if the capital G would matter, so I looked for E-R-A-L-D. And it turns out that that's also a substring of emerald, so now I found the word emerald in memory. A bunch of gemstones. This looks like actually items. So that's pretty great. And this will actually tell me maybe item numbers. Longsword, broadsword, Basilard, Gladius, Wise Owl Sword. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And we're gonna try to do some name change stuff and see what happens. I'm going to be saving, and I'm going to be save stating, because I definitely do not want to corrupt my game. So I'm actually going to go to File 3 here. Okay, that seems fine. Let's grab this name change item. Bring it up here. And here's some soap or something. So we're going to learn, what does a name change ticket actually do? So I can right-click and just discard that. Okay, so what I have to do is... I cannot change the name of a gummy. That makes sense. So it has to be some sort of equipment. So I could change the name of this handy stick. For example, to... I mean, I assume I could change it to any of these things. So maybe what I should do is I should look up a guide on Dark Cloud 2 items. Let's find the weapon guide. So let's see, here's Monica. She has a number of swords. Longsword, broadsword, Basilard, Gladius. Where's the Wise Owl sword? The Wise Owl sword is just a level 2 sword. That's not that good. Cliff Knife, Antique Sword. That's a level 5. Then we have the Buster Sword. He stole that from Cloud, I guess. Buster Sword. Am I losing my mind? Is this not a backspace? It says Buster Sword, but I'm not seeing it in this weapon guide. Okay, so let's get the potentially hidden item Buster Sword. And in fact, you know what? I'm actually going to save state here, because that is going to be really nice for being able to just quickly iterate and try different things. So we changed the stick to Buster Sword. Interesting. So that did not work. Even though it does list it as a valid sword type. Okay. So let's load. I wonder if it's disabled. No, okay. If I were to just do something basic, like longsword, that would probably work, right? Oops. Can I backspace easily? Okay. Probably need a space. I don't know, like I said, I only know that you can make the supernova. I haven't tried making anything else. So let's validate how this all works. If I change it to longsword... Okay, it becomes a longsword. So the fact that Buster Sword is a valid sword name... surprisingly does not work. And let me just double check. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's spelled correctly. There's a hidden item called Buster Sword. You know, maybe I should take a note of that. I wonder if I can get that some other way. It seems to have ID number 48 or maybe 49. Let's see, what else can we find? There's a kitchen knife. Kitchen knife, I think, is a... Yeah, it's just a level 4 item. And we have a Tsukikage. Tsukikage is a level 6 item. Solar Blade. Sounds pretty cool. What is a Solar Blade? Is that the Sun Sword? says Solar Blade. Let's try Solar Blade. So one of the possibilities is that this could be like a file title, and the actual translated name for the sword could have been changed, and that might be what's being checked. So Buster Sword could have been a development name. Solar Blade, right? Solar Blade. Okay. Nope. It is still just a normal sword. Okay. Yeah, the fact that there's an item called Sun Sword makes me suspicious that this could be like a development title. Let me try looking for the word kitchen knife. Is that gonna be too specific? Okay. What if I tried just the word, like, kitchen? So if I find two kitchen knives, one could be the file name and the other could be the actual weapon name that's used when using name change. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so that is the item list I just found. Is there a second kitchen knife? Low attack, but good against water. This looks like it's maybe weapon descriptions. Buster Sword, a strong double-edged sword. So it does have a description. Let me see, where's the Solar Blade? Darkness Slicing Sword. Legendary. Really? Is this an item that was removed from the game because they were didn't have the rights to Buster Sword? I wasn't able to get it. Okay, there's only 2 examples of kitchen knife anywhere in the game. So let's go ahead and try it. So if I do kitchen knife, I know it only appears 2 times on the entire disc. And there it is. So if it's doing any sort of string matching, it has to be referencing one of these 2 places. So that means Buster Sword is actually a legitimate item. And so is Solar Sword. Alright, take a note of that. Let's see, Solar Sword? Solar Sword is not Sun Sword. At least I don't think it is. Well, okay, let me try. Let me try Sun's Sword. And see if the description matches. I'm sorry, it's Sun Sword. Ah, So that is, in fact, the Sun Sword. Darkness Slicing Sword, legendary. However, I thought it was called Solar Sword. So why is it called Sun Sword? Maybe that's its Japanese name? In which case, the Buster Sword could be the Bastard Sword. No, Bastard Sword is also here. I'm searching for a second location for Sun Sword. I found one. It seems like, yeah, it seems like Solar Sword is not there. Okay, well, I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to research all the different things and how this exactly works. So I'm going to go end this video, and I'm going to keep experimenting. We found out how to get medals, we got a name change ticket, and we've maxed out our fishing rod. But I think we're not done. Not done until Monica can handle her own in combat. So I'll see you next time when we're ready to continue there.